Ian, an article from Polygon came out that's been we've been asked to talk about it by 3 other people. It's from Owen Good. Anti-loot box bill poses a real threat to sports video games. How else are those billion-dollar licenses paid? So it incorporates, the article talks about, we talked about how the senator has a legislation, Senator Josh Hawley, anti-microtransaction legislation that is looking to get rid of loot boxes. And then it talks about how in sports games, especially like the FIFA stuff, and in like NBA 2K stuff, how loot boxes have sort of been more integrated the past years. I've seen you can do like the unwrappings of and getting certain guys and shit.
You buy card
FIFA.
packs.
You buy you're opening card packs.
You buy card packs. Literally, at least that's what it used to be. That's what they would call them. And basically, you use the members that you use the athletes that you unlock in those packs to play a game of soccer. So basically, that's your recruiting pool is who you acquire through these card packs.
Ultimate team modes,
yes.
FIFA Ultimate. So you basically are trying to do your own side team, and you are basically gambling, opening card packs to get players.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
And people are spending lots of money to get.
Yes. Yeah. And there are ways where you can. You can earn the packs for free, as well. But yes, this is a mode that's been around for quite some time at this point.
Okay.
And I think as this, article is stating, with things like sports games, that extra revenue is actually, to a degree, very important because they're paying for, sports licenses that are astronomical.
Yeah.
But.
Well, famously, the Madden has NFL locked up for like 5 years in advance, yes. Almost like continually.
Mm-hmm.
There has been another NFL game, 2K5?
ESPN NFL 2K5.
2K5.
Yep.
For about 15 years now with a monopoly.
That was the last licensed one.
Wow. So, obviously the NFL can name their own price.
Yeah.
They can say, all right, we want $150 million a year. And it could be that much. I don't know. $100 million a year for the player's license as well as the team license. And, yeah. You want to make as much money to make back that investment if you're EA. We get that. Or if you're, EA also does the FIFA series, right? Yes. So they have all the license to that. The Konami series doesn't have that, correct? They don't have the FIFA license. The Konami, what's
Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't.
So there's a lot of money to be made here, and they understand that they got to make the money back. I wonder though if it'll get to the point where. First off, I don't think, looking at this article, this isn't a pro loot box article. It's just postulating if getting rid of loot boxes will affect these games, right? Would these companies be able to survive and put out these games and make a profit? Probably. They'd be able to turn a profit, not a huge profit. What is they're pointing to what, $800 million? I
was going to say, yeah. So it says here that FIFA Ultimate Team delivers an estimated $800 million as of 2017, probably more today.
Just the FIFA game.
Just FIFA Ultimate Team.
Just the FIFA microtransactions.
$800 million.
Holy fuck.
$800 million to EA's live services revenue, which in its most recent fiscal year was $2.2 billion.
$2.2 billion on EA's microtransactions a year. Of those, 800 million potentially just from one game.
800 million from FIFA, 2.2 billion total from all their online games in a year.
You don't think there's going to be lobbyists in Washington like next month on behalf of these AAA publishers to make sure this money's not lost?
Oh, there will be.
This is going to be a battle. This is going to be a legal battle.
Yeah,
coming. Like a big one.
So Hawley says basically,
Senator Hawley.
He knows what he's talking about to a degree. He's carved out, ways for certain things to be allowed in, such as cosmetics and stuff, as long as they're not gambled on.
He did an interview with Jason Schreier. We didn't see that.
And but yeah, so basically it's saying, you can still sell things, but you're not going to get, ultimate team type money as it says here, by selling extra soccer kits and ball designs. There is a point where that pay to win stuff needs to, unfortunately, have an impact on the game for them to generate that kind of money.
Well, it looks like Senator Hall, he's a freshman center from Missouri. He's a younger guy, so he kind of understands. He's not some like 7-year-old guy like Stewart who doesn't know about the video games. So like, so he knows what he's been following this. Obviously, maybe he has kids or something or the people's kids that he's seen this happen to. So it's interesting that wow, we missed this article when it came out at the time. He has a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, so he's on top of this. He knows like what this can potentially be.
Right.
So it's interesting just because. This is not a bill that could potentially make this senator popular. This is a bill that it goes at people's money purses, and there's no real advantage to him for doing this other than he believes in it. Potentially believes in it. Maybe he's a politician that wants to do right. He thinks it's right. You know what I mean? This isn't like an anti-violence bill, something that's ridiculous. This is something that he's aiming at kids potentially spending too much money, potentially is gambling to him, and I think he's right in a lot of ways. So if this went through and passed here, would this end these sports games? No, it probably wouldn't. They would just find a way around this somehow. Or they're going to have to go back to the NBA or go back to the NFL and say, you know, we can't spend the $100 million a year on this license or whatever. You got to help us out or else there's going to be no game. You're going to have to help us. But since they've sort of brought this upon themselves, and since now that they're publicly traded companies, the investors expect these profit margins each year. They're going to expect them to make up this money if it goes away. This $2.2 billion is a lot of profit to potentially disappear.
Yes.
Well, not disappear. Okay, in the U.S., it's a chunk of it. It'll still be in Europe and Asia, wherever else potentially. But yeah, it's an interesting situation. I don't know. This is going to something that might go to the Supreme Court. You're going to see them talking about loot boxes 2 years from now in the Supreme Court potentially because of this.
That is wild.
You're going to see some senators, say like, well, it's a free market, let it do, and others be like, no, it's bullshit. This is gambling. Well, let's see where the lobbyists, who they sink their hooks into, Republicans and Democrats. We'll see who comes out on what side of this. It'll be hard to tell.
It's going to be interesting to see where the line is drawn.
It might be all over for something like this.
It's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be a pasta noodle.
The pasta is going to be a pasta noodle.
Yeah,
it's going to be a wagon wheel.
Yeah.
What are the wagon wheels called?
I don't know. I can't remember.